Oh man, I love summer.
Such a nice day. You know, weren't we supposed to be like doing something?
Oh crap, the review.
Oh.
It's got a hold of me, and it won't let go. It's something. It's got a hold of me.
Oh my God. Okay. Welcome back to Review Me, Please. I didn't expect it to take 6 months to get from the backyard to the living room, but some unforeseen circumstances arose. Somehow we got lost on the way from the backyard to the front stairwell. Not quite sure how that happened.
You know, what I'd like to know is how you could manage to lose your keys in the process.
Look, it was... I don't know, but somehow we got turned around. I feel like we went around in circles for a while. I feel like we passed the front door like 3 times. And then there was the mugging. Somebody hit me in the head really hard.
Yeah, I was gonna try to save you, but then I remembered I'm about 140 soaking wet, so there's no chance of me getting in there. Sorry.
I think I forgot math.
It's a wonder we survived out there, actually.
The survival was difficult, but thankfully you were able to feed us. PJ actually made us a delightful apple pie.
Well, if by apple pie I mean I cut up an apple and put it in a hubcap.
Yeah, an
covered in-
apple pie.
Yeah. It had an engine grease taste, but otherwise I thought it was pretty good.
Well, it kept us surviving, and I think in a situation like that, the important thing is to survive. Wait. Speaking of survivors, where's Fiona?
Well, so about that apple pie. You were so out of it and so injured, and I know that you needed nourishment and care,
Yeah.
and I got desperate, and well, I mean, there was only one apple to hand.
Fiona! Oh, Fiona, why? Oh, God. Fiona Apple! Oh, God.
Welcome back to Review Me, please.
So welcome to the review section of Fiona Apple's Tidal. So PJ, what did you think overall? What's your overall impression of Tidal?
Well, overall, from what I remember back in the 90s when it was released, it was basically canned sex in a CD. Now on vinyl, it's even better.
It's true, I have to agree. The vinyl sounds gorgeous. I thought it was kind of cool. They actually released this as they would have in the 90s. They didn't do any special packaging or any colored vinyl or anything like that. It's never been on vinyl before, and yeah, it sounds phenomenal.
So, Michael, what were your favorite tracks in the album?
I guess one of my favorite tracks is Sleep to Dream. It opens the album and I love the intro to that song. It starts with this drum pattern that sort of welcomes you into this smoky bar, and it really sets the tone for the rest of the album. I feel like on this album, Fiona kind of invented or at least perfected the concept of alternative blues. If that hadn't been a thing before, this was really the perfect melding of alternative music and blues music. And I think Sleep to Dream really shows that in a way, like right off the bat.
What were your favorite tracks on Tidal, PJ?
Well, let's see. Between the 2 singles on this album that got a lot of radio play, you had Shadowboxer and then you had Criminal. And to me, I think Criminal really stands the test of time. It beats out Shadowboxer by a little bit, and it really does match that first track, Sleep to Dream, really well as far as style goes. Now, it also might be Criminal's music video that really stuck to me at a young age, but who can say?
All right, PJ, so on a scale from Fiona Apples to Fiona Oranges, where would you rate this album?
Oh, why compare apples to oranges, Michael?
Because I'm making you.
This is not a citrus situation here. This is totally all about Fiona Apple. Now, the thing about apples is there's a wide variety of them.
It's true.
And it's certainly not like a watermelon, if you know what I mean. in this case, it's really kind of choosing the varietal apple then. So I'm gonna put this more as like a Fuji apple or maybe a Golden Delicious.
Okay, so a tasty snacking apple.
Not good in pies.
Not good in pies.
So Michael, on a scale from a merry, merry month of May to a pale September, how would you rate this album?
Wow, okay. Well, this album to me would probably be leaning more toward the September because I get some autumnal kind of feelings from this. There's a spice to it that makes me think of baked apples, perhaps. Pale September being one of the actual tracks doesn't necessarily make me want to lean toward September, but something about this album does, and I think it's because it's smoky, it's bluesy. Because there's some happiness in this album, but there's also a lot of underlying feelings that you don't necessarily talk about in polite society. There's sex and a lot of sort of seedy underlying feelings that you don't necessarily talk about in polite society. There's a little chill blowing through it, and a lot of sort of seedy underlying feelings that you don't necessarily talk about in polite society. There's a smoky wisp floating through the room of this album, and I feel like it's more of a pale September than a merry month of May. Well, that does it for another episode of Review Me Please. I've been Michael.
And I've been PJ. Thanks for watching, and please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
It's easy. You can just poke this button. Until next time,
Keep it spinning. Yeah, went for the low-hanging fruit there, didn't I?
I miss Fiona.
Me too. Me too.